Good morning YouTube, Tim with Outdoors for Adventure. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, we sure appreciate it if you go ahead and hit that subscribe button before you forget, and click the bell so you're notified when our next videos are posted. Thought we was going to go on a little adventure this weekend, but that remains to be seen. Have you ever been doing a job, something really simple, that shouldn't have amounted to nothing, and it ended up being just a mess? Well, that happened to me the other day, so I thought I would share, especially to all you Nissan Titan owners. The Frontier may be the same, I'm not for sure. And I guess really this could apply to any vehicle. So let me turn this camera around and let's get on with what happened to me. If y'all have been watching my channel, you know that this is a 2006 Nissan Titan. So we're looking about 14 years old. And yesterday I was out here. I wanted to move where I had my phone holder. I had it stuck to the dash. And moving my holder caused all this. Why, you ask? Well, let's go around to the other side of the truck. As I was removing the phone holder, this is my phone holder, and it's suction cups, and it's sticky too, and it was stuck really well, and I was having to pry on this, you know, decent amount to get it unstuck. And when I did, this is where it was stuck, on this flat surface right here, and it just crumbled. And it didn't break all like this, it basically just cracked in 3 places. And I was showing the wife how brittle it was and broke it in several pieces. So no way you can fix that, so I had to order a new one. I got on Amazon and I ordered another one of these. It was $80. But I wanted to, you know, just kind of show y'all 14 years of this plastic sitting in the sun, and it gets brittle. You can kind of see what all I had to take out to get it removed. Glove box. Now this is the center unit. It just fits, snaps in this, luckily. Let me flip it over. You can see where it snaps in. There's a snap there, and then there's 2 on the bottom. And then you have these metal ones here. Let's see if I can get that up a little better. You have to push them tabs in to get it out. Now those hold very tight, so you have to be careful. I didn't damage anything else. It was just this that broke. I was really careful removing all these plugs. You don't want to break your ends, that's for sure. Now, one thing I wanted to talk to y'all about, if you have to do anything like this, on these cigarette plugs, to remove them, I don't know if you see that black square inside, there's one on each side, so there'd be 2 of them, and you have to take something pointy, press those out, and then the silver part will slide forward out of that black container. When you remove this panel, you have to be really careful when you're unplugging everything, because if you break the clips, you know, your plug may not stay connected, and you'd have to buy another one and wire it in. But they all have, like these, you push this little tab so that notch is squeezed, because that's what holds it in your plugs. Every one of these white ones are like that. They have this little tab you have to push to unplug. Now on these Havoc, or the air conditioner heater plugs, it actually has this lever. When it's hooked up, this lever will be up here by the wires. And to disconnect it, you will push that lever down this way. And as you're pushing that lever down, the plug actually backs out a little bit, and then you can unplug it. And then when you plug this back in, you'll push this lever back up toward the wires. And there's two of them like that that go to the air conditioner. These are the ones that go to the cigarette lighter. Now I'm not going to be reusing my factory cigarette lighter, so I'm going to cut these off, put me some ends on there, because I bought aftermarket cigarette lighter, and I bought, one of them is a dual USB fast charge plug that I'm going to wire in. So this truck came with 2 cigarette lighters, but it didn't have any USB plugs. So I'm going to go ahead and install one of those. And to do that, I'm going to have to cut these ends off because they won't fit up to what I ordered. Now the cigarette lighters was a pain in the butt. And another reason I'm not going to use them is when I took them out, there's little plastic tabs that go in this rectangle right here, and they broke off, and that's what all it holds them in the dash. And even when they was there, they didn't fit in these hose snug. Those tabs would back up against this, but they were still kind of loose, and they could move and rattle. So since I've got it out, I'm just going to go ahead and replace them with some that I can tighten the nut on the back and get a good snug fit. One of these will be powered, and one of these is on all the time. So the cigarette plug, I'm probably going to wire into the one that's powered all the time, and then the USB ports I will put on the powered switch hot wire, because I believe it has an LED light, and I don't want that LED light running all the time. But these were kind of a pain, and like I said, if you needed to take them out, you have to go to the inside and push on those black squares, and then the metal cigarette lighter will slide forward out of this cover. Now just this cover right here alone, if you go on Amazon and order it, is $14, $15. So I'm not going to be using those. And of course I've got my 4-wheel drive switch, my tow mode switch plugs in really easy. You just got to squeeze the tabs out on this part. And the new one of these comes, according to the picture, it comes with this already in it. So I may not have to take that off, but you can see there's just 2 tabs. You pry out just a little bit, and then the tow switch comes right out. And the new one is supposed to already come with these clips. If it doesn't, you know, I'll pull them off this one and use them. But according to what I saw online, it comes with all the clips. I don't know, you know, if there's much else to tell you about these, but you know, oh, I will tell you this. Now this is the bottom part of the dash, and this cup holder slides up in there. Now I found the piece that broke off of my cup holder right here. So one corner was nothing holding it. It just had one side holding it, side with the spring. So I was going to order a new one of these, and I looked them up on Amazon, $134, and I just didn't want to spend $134 on my 14-year-old truck for a cup holder. So what I did is I rigged it, I Tim rigged it, kind of made me a hinge. Don't look real pretty, but it works. When it's folded out, you really can't see it. But that's a rivet that I didn't squeeze all the way because I didn't want to break the the stem off, and I stuck that stem in that electrical connector, which is screwed to the plastic, and then I added this front screw just to kind of make it snug, and it just pivots on that rivet head. And like I said, when it's folded out, you can't, nobody's gonna pay that no attention. And it folds up. I don't know if I can do it with my belly, but it folds up just fine. That's what it looks like on the bottom. And I guess I really should have moved my electrical outlet closer to the end of the rivet, and I may not have had to use that screw. But anyway, that's the way I did it, and it works. So that's $134 in my pocket. And it should work no more when I use it. It shouldn't be no problem. I don't really know anything else to tell you about this. You know, it's just kind of one of them things. Trying to remove this because I wanted to get it out of the middle of the dash, and it was stuck so hard that it just shattered this plastic. And like I said, it's because it's 14 years old. It's been in the sun for all those years, and this stuff just gets brittle. And now this did develop a rattle going down the road too a little bit, and I had put a little piece of paper up in between this edge and where it fits up in the dash. See if I can get it up in there. Well, this ain't the right piece for here, but I just shoved a piece of paper in between here and there. And I think before I install the next one, I'm gonna get some of that real soft weather stripping stuff and just put a few pieces on my dash. That way it shouldn't have any kind of rattles. But you know, I said a simple little job is trying to move my phone holder, and this happened. Now, I may look into getting one of the bars that go across the dash where you can mount your phone and whatever else you want to mount up there, and it'll be, you know, adjustable. You can put it wherever you want. I've seen them in Jeeps all the time. I don't know if there's something I can purchase made for the Titan. If not, I may just have to make one myself. But for now, I'm waiting on my part to come in. It should be here Saturday. And then of course I'm waiting for my cigarette plug, my dual USB plug that I'm gonna add into it. And while I've got it apart, I think I'm gonna go ahead. I had my CB plugged in with the 12-volt plug that would plug into the cigarette lighter that's in my center console. But I think since I got this apart, and I had to cut these clips to hook the cigarette lighters up, which not this one, it's this one. If this is the powered one, when I'm hooking my cigarette lighter up, I'm gonna go ahead and wire my CB into this wire back here, so I don't have to worry about plugging it in and out, and it'll be switched, so I don't have to worry about, you know, my CB being left on or anything like that. So that'll be a good thing, you know, that comes out of me breaking this. But I was really shocked because like I said, I took the broke pieces inside and I could just barely put pressure on it, and it was snapping too. It was just brittle, like crumbling a cracker, you know. But anyway, that's gonna do it for this video. I'll get this put together this weekend maybe, and I'll do a little video showing you what I got, and maybe I'll show how I'm putting it all back together. But it's all pretty self-explanatory. It's not a hard job taking it apart. I will stress that when you take it apart, you have to remove that plate underneath your steering column. You have to remove the glove box because there is a lip, and I'll show you the lip. There is a lip on this right here and right here that those panels fit on top of. So you're not going to pull that out without removing your glove box and that panel underneath the steering column. And once you do that, there's, I think, 4 screws, 2 screws on the bottom, may just be the 2 screws, and everything else pops out. But from my experience, especially if you're in an older truck, when you're popping that out of there, be very, very careful. And once you get the bottom popped out, when you start popping the top out, these plugs don't go straight up and down. They go in and out. So you're not going to pull it up, you want to pull it straight out. These are kind of at an angle, but like I said, you want to come get the bottom out, and then you want to just pull the top towards you. So we're going to end it there. So with that, we're going to sign off. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope if you ever have to pull one of those center consoles out like I did, you don't break it all up. As I said, I didn't break it when I was trying to pull it out. It just broke when I was pulling the phone thing off. So it's just crazy how brittle that was. But luckily it's, you know, a separate piece and not made into the dash. And as you can tell by looking at my dash, you know, this dash has held up 14 years with no cracks. And looks really good. The Nissan interior has held up good. I am fixing to have to replace some seat covers on my seat. I'm getting some wear on that side. And I haven't decided for sure what I'm going to do there yet, but I'll do something to fix that because I like my stuff looking good. So this is Tim with Outdoors for Adventure. Y'all have a great weekend, and we will catch you later.